Hey, look at us. We're back. We're here. It's my guy, Reed. It's my guy, Tom. It's the premier heating and air show powered by the incredible American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning Company. And Reed and Tom, we're here to talk about all things to make things better for folks in their homes and more efficient. And Reed, listen, I feel like we should mention college football as we go here. And that magnificent win for Colorado State over UTEP. It was glorious. You got it done, Reed. Congratulations. Norvell keeps his job for another week.
Yeah.
Back on.
Win's a win.
A win's a win. Tom, I don't know about you in Wyoming. I don't know about you in Wyoming.
We're kind of hurting.
What would you like to say about your Pokes?
Well, I'm saying that Saturday is going to be a great day for us because we're playing Air Force.
And is it going to be a great day because you're playing Air Force?
It's a battle for who can lose the worst between the two teams. I'm going to predict a 0-0 score.
Oh my God! Oh, that's terrible. Well, Wyoming.
You're not beating Air Force.
Air Force is a little down. Air Force is
Air Force is hurting. I think they're 0-3 too, aren't they?
They're 1-2. They're 1-2. Yeah. But the Pokes are 0-4, brother. And the days of having Josh Allen as your quarterback seem a million years away right now.
Yeah.
You couldn't even win with him, though.
We could now that he's been at the Bills for a while.
Oh my God. I mean, you guys got killed by North Texas. I don't even know what a North Texas is. Seriously.
It's a high school team that just needed a college.
I didn't think they had a football team.
I couldn't tell you their logo or their name. I'm looking it up. Like, do you know what their I'll give you a nickname.
Panhandlers.
Do you know what their nickname is? I just looked it up. I didn't know it. I'm just looking up. Do you know what their nickname is? Who you just got killed by? The North Texas Mean Green. That's their name. Their name is the Mean Green.
Oh my gosh. That's sad.
You lost to the Mean Green, brother.
Lost to the Mean Green. Yeah, that's not saying much.
No. Colorado State's game against Wyoming isn't until November 15th. So by that time of year, how chilly is it going to be, fellas?
Is it in Fort Collins this year, Reed? Or is it
look at Tom asking me questions, but I can look it up. It's in Fort Collins, yes.
Oh, good. Yeah. So at least it'd be a little bit warmer, not as windy.
Yes. Yeah. Colorado State is just dominating, though. They're not being bothered by those sold-out crowds anymore, though, Reed. That's
no. We're back to normal.
Who needs those pesky sellouts and all those media requests,
Expectations.
So you stopped reaching out, DMAC?
I didn't put in for that one. Couldn't get one. You know what? I'm going to save. I love CSU. I just love CSU. Just love it. Hashtag asunder. Go get them. Don't fire Norvell yet. We'll see where it goes from there. But we do feel
more.
Well, that's right. Hey, Tom, you better watch your mouth here because at least CSU got invited to a better conference. Wyoming, I don't know where Wyoming is going to play next. Where is I think
they're going to go back to playing the high school teams.
This just in. Wyoming is now 5A. Okay.
They're not going to join North Texas.
I couldn't even tell you what conference North Texas is in.
Neither can North Texas.
Oh, my Lord. All right. Fellas, it's fun talking. Well, the fall is football. We absolutely love it. We have the Avalanche and Nuggets starting up soon. And, we've had some snowfall in the mountains, which, of course, for skiers like me, we love hearing. And with that comes some cooler temperatures. Here we are, the premier heating and air show, powered by American Standard Heating and Air. You can call right now. First 10 callers get a free furnace tune-up at 720-547-8009. Come on, Reed. it's a bit of a tweener time, isn't it? Because it's a little chilly in the morning, but it can get pretty warm in the afternoon. So I'm gonna guess people are on pause a little bit right now. But heads up, it's coming, right, Reed? It's coming.
Yeah. I mean, even last weekend we had some cooler weather, and we got a bunch of calls in because people are turning on their furnace, and that's when you realize you got a problem. So a little bit warmer this week, but get on the schedule right now because it's coming. We can see it.
Yeah, no doubt. Tom, how are you guys stacking up for what's inevitably coming?
We're stacked up well with equipment. We've got, I think this last week we received 4 different trucks from American Standard. So we're stocked to the gills with product. I don't think we have any shortages right now at all. But we're completely ready to go for Reed and his guys. And I think really the key, DMAC, is get on Reed's schedule as soon as you can, because that schedule is going to fill up as we get more and more cold weather. That schedule is going to fill up, and don't wait. Don't be last in line.
Well, let's talk about some of the deals that are going on right now. We're telling you right now, first 10 callers, 720-547-8009, get a free furnace tune-up. That's going for about $50 or so, a little under that, right, Reed? I think.
Yeah, I mean, normal price is about $90, so about $89. So that's a really good offer, and just kind of gets us out there, and we take a look at everything and really just kind of let you know like where you're at.
Okay, now let's talk some other deals too. Let's talk the trade-in credit. Let's talk the $500 gift card. Let's talk about some other deals that you got going on.
Yeah, so this month, it's kind of that end of summer, but also like early season promotions that we're doing, and we're working with Tom and American Standard, and so we have the free furnace promotion, which is basically like it's a $3,000 instant rebate that you're getting towards that new system. And then when you purchase the furnace and the AC together, I mean, on average, you're probably saving, up to about $4,000 or $5,000 on that system. And then, another thing that we're doing just to kind of incentivize people to upgrade is the $1,000 trade-in credit, like you mentioned. And yeah, so it's a good time. We also have a lot of different financing options, 0% up to 60 months. But we can also do other things if you're really looking for kind of a lower payment. You can kind of extend that out, over 10 years. So, it really just kind of depends. We really come in there and take a look at what's going on, and we can customize these solutions for them.
Yeah, what I would advise everybody to do is just to make a phone call, and Premier will talk to you on the phone about what's going on. And if they got to come on out, they'll come on out. But you can always chat them up and get a free estimate over the phone. And that's 720-547-8009, PremierAirColorado.com. It's the Premier Heating and Air Show, powered by American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. And Tom, what sort of things what would be the smartest questions, Tom, to be asking right now?
Well, I think the smartest questions would be, once you get Reed's guys on the phone and start talking to them about the warranties that are available, what to do in a home that has typically a builder grade system in it and has a lot of hot and cold spots around the house. So sometimes in these systems that were put in by the builder, the thermostat comes on and it's on at 100%, and then it shuts off, and it just sits there and cycles on a 3 to 10 times an hour basis. And what that does is that makes the area near the thermostat warm, but the areas further away, maybe an upstairs, maybe an area over the garage, that ends up being typically cooler. And so we have all these hot and cold spots throughout the house. Well, the system that Reed and his guys put in is a 2-stage furnace. So it comes on a lower stage, and it runs for nice long periods of time, long run cycles. And then what that does is that heats evenly throughout the house on a regular basis. So that, combined with the variable speed drive on the motor, that just makes it even that much more efficient.
Pretty good stuff, Reed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's a common problem that we run into a lot. People have those uncomfortable rooms, usually the further rooms in the house. And that system, we get a lot of really good reviews, a lot of positive feedback. I know you have that same one in your house, DMAC.
I sure
I've
do.
seen a big difference, going to the 2-stage furnace recently in my house as well. So, you don't have to deal with those problems. There is a solution for it.
Yeah, and these are the heating and air experts. That's what they take so much pride in. And our relationship goes back more than, I think we're on 14 years or something, Reed. Seriously. I say it doesn't, but I think it actually goes deeper than that, which is wild. And so, you can trust a company that you've been, you really use, that has been part of your life. And Reed, maybe you can speak on that in terms of the customers that you've kept for years and years and years.
Yeah. I mean, I get people calling me all the time that, they purchased a system 10, 15 years ago, and, they're referring people over, or maybe they're moving into a new house and, they need to upgrade that system as well. So, it's all about the relationship for us. And, we've all had a long relationship, and that's kind of how we operate as a company. And that's how I operate as a person too.
What do you think breeds such loyalty, Tom?
Well, for Reed and his guys, it's the service and the reliability that they give on a consistent basis, especially if you're a part of their club membership. They're out at your house in the spring and in the fall, making sure everything's running at optimal levels with your HVAC system. And then they're partnered with us with American Standard, which, with American Standard, we are, I think it's around 16 to 18 years we've been listed in the top 3 in Consumer Reports. The majority of those years we've been number 1. So you don't get a number 1 rating with Consumer Reports just by being a Slack distributor or a Slack manufacturer. So we really design our products to make it easy for the contractor to install and make the systems operated super efficiently so that Reed can get the great reviews as well.
Yeah, it's incredible what has gone on here, Reed. Maybe you can speak where you guys started from and where you are today to give people a sense of what your company is all about and how much trust they could put into you. It's always a great story, man. I always love the where you came from sort of stories.
Yeah, I mean, so I kind of got into HVAC, while I was in college, and then, kind of right out of college, I started off like in sales for an HVAC company, but I was doing a little bit of everything. I was helping on installs, like, working at trade shows, doing different things like that. And then eventually I wanted to start my own business, and I learned a lot from working with that company. And, we started off, it was just, a little tiny office, one van. And, we've really kind of built it up, to a bigger company. And to me, it's all about, all the people that we can help. That's really, like, we're locally owned. That's something we're proud to say. A lot of companies aren't that way anymore. So locally owned, we have an amazing culture. I mean, we take care of our employees, and, we take care of our customers. So that's really our mission.
How have you been able to keep the same principles that you had when you first started as you grew, as you got bigger? How can you remain true to yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're always focused on the customer. And to me, it's all about taking care of them, doing the right thing. Even when it's hard, at the end of the day, we take care of them. I mean, I work with Tom on, we talk about this stuff all the time. Like, an issue comes up and we're both in agreement. We just take care of the customer, no matter what it is. I mean, we've had systems that are at the end of the warranty period and something happens, or maybe they had a few different issues, and, we make it right. I mean, sometimes we got to replace the system. that's, 9 or 10 years old. And, that's what we do. So that partnership with Tom and American Standard, I mean, that really allows us to, pass that service on to our customers. That's what it's all about too.
Yeah, Tom, maybe you have a story or two. Maybe you have an example of what Reed's talking about.
Oh, I mean, we have those kinds of examples that just crop up. We've had a situation here not long ago where the homeowner sold the house, and so if the new owner does not contact American Standard, contact the manufacturer when the transaction has been made to continue that warranty, then it takes the warranty to just a standard warranty. And we had a situation in fact, it was earlier this week that we had the conversation about it. And I was on the phone with Reed and his general manager, and we were trying to decide what to do because the original homeowner had sold and the new homeowner hadn't gotten a new warranty, and they had a problem. And at the end of the day, what we discussed on the phone, it took us a really short period of time in the conversation, but we said, what's the right thing to do for the customer? And we're making it right.
Well, right on.
New customer, but it's definitely going to be a new customer for Reed and Premier. And ultimately, they're a new customer for us too, because we're taking care of the problem.
And not to down talk any of the competition, and in this space, the HVAC space, oh my gosh, wow. Jeez.
Yeah. That does not happen.
It does not. Why doesn't it happen?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
I mean, that was one thing when I first started too. I'm like, I want to really kind of raise the level of expectations that people should have out of their contractor, because I feel like it's always very low, right? I mean, you're always waiting for something to go wrong, or and when it happens, you're expecting that they're not going to take care of it, and I just don't get that. I mean, because you take care of your customers and they'll take care of you.
Well, and it goes back to what you had asked the question about, DMAC. How do you hold on to that level through so many years in business? I've been doing this for 37 years, and it all goes back to your core values. When you go back to the core values of your business, and that should be an mission statement, you just go back to it and what is best for the customer. At the end of the day, how do we take care of the customer? Because they are ultimately all of our customers, whether it's Reed and his team, whether it's me and my team on the distribution level, or whether it's American Standard, the enormous manufacturer out of Tyler, Texas. They don't know Susie Jones in Littleton, Colorado, but you know what? They're going to, because Reed and Tom are going to take care of them.
Love it. And the loyalty has been expressed by the business growing, by customers coming back and developing new customers. So listen, find out for yourself what we're talking about. Just contact Premier, 720-547-8009, premieraircolorado.com. In fact, if you reach out right now, you can get a free furnace tune-up, okay? So save yourself a couple of bucks. You get it for free. All you have to do is call right now, 720-547-8009. It's the Premier Heating and Air Show, powered by American Standard Heating and Air. Maybe I'll turn this around. Reed, why did you partner up with Tom? Why did that make sense for you?
Yeah, I mean, we started off working with a couple different vendors, and it's kind of trial by error, I guess. And ultimately, like, the vendor that we were working with, we weren't getting really good service, which is another common thing, even from the supplier side, and they also didn't have some things in stock. So we're like, we need to start looking around. And, Tom had been reaching out to us before a few times, and we decided, like, hey, it's time for a change. And I remember when we met with him, just all the different things that he was able to offer. It's like, wow, like, my expectations were really low from what we had been seeing to, like, hey, this is somebody that we could really partner with that is aligned with us. And, you know, I mean, that's really big when you're looking at, you know, partnering with somebody, and the service on the back end, you know, because it's not if, but when you're going to have an issue. You know, these systems, they have little parts and pieces, and they just wear down, you know, and things can happen. But, you know, another thing with American Standard is it's like we don't have a lot of those issues like out of the box, or, you know, different things like that, where it's like, you know, it's really good quality equipment. So that's a big thing for us. But then if there is an issue, we want to make sure that it's easy to get it taken care of.
Tom, and you were hustling after Reed, huh? At one point.
I was chasing him down.
Is that what's going on? Hey, Reed, what are you doing with these other people over here? We're American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, right?
Which I got to tell you, DMAC, I've been doing this, like I say, for 37 years. And so as I was calling on Reed, he was the ultimate customer that we as a distributor wanted, because he just kept giving us the Heisman, man. He just kept saying, nope, I'm good where I'm at. I'm good where I'm at. Which in our world, that means they're loyal. That means they're very loyal. So they were super loyal to the folks before us.
Gotcha.
And that's the type of person we want. The person that we don't want is, oh, you're the new guy on the block. You're the new guy just called. Okay, yeah, we'll give you all of our business. We'll just leave those other guys in the dust. That just speaks to their level of integrity. So when Reed's giving me the Heisman for all that time, pushed me out over the sidelines, it just came down to our tenacity stuck, rang through, and we just kept calling on them. We wanted to be there for when that critical time happened, and it just happened at a perfect time, and we put our businesses together, and we've been together for, gosh, what does it read? Like 13, 14, 15 years. So yeah, I mean, things have, and we have not gone without a challenger here or two. I mean, that's really what it's about. I think Reed said it best. It's not if, it's when, and it's how you handle those challenges.
All right. Well, this is who you're dealing with, folks. And despite a huge company as American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is, it's all about the people on a local level. And so when we're doing this show, and we thank you for listening to the Premier Heating and Air Show, we need you to know that there's Reed, there's Tom, there they are, right? Like we're not. This is who you're working with. You're not some sort of call center where you can't see anybody, you don't know anybody, that sort of. Here I am, it's your boy DMAC. I'm right here, okay? And this is why we work so well together. So just start here. 10 callers, next 10 callers, 720-547-8009. You get a free furnace tune-up, and then you can start a conversation about everything else that's going on. And if you need the work done, what I can't emphasize enough is that this is a long-term relationship that you have with your home, right, Reed? I mean, you did all the work to get the house. I mean, that is so difficult just to do in the first place. Now it's time to make sure that home is truly a home, and your comfort is of incredible importance. What's the point in doing everything you're doing to just not be satisfied with your heating and air conditioning, right, Reed?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a important investment. It's a big investment, but you want to make sure that it's done right. And yeah, I mean, it's a long-term thing you're looking at. Don't make a short-term decision on something like this, because then you're going to kind of be stuck with it. So make sure that it's getting done right. I mean, the installation is number one. It definitely doesn't hurt to have the number one equipment, but you make sure it's installed correctly. That's very important. And then you're getting the service and the warranty on the back end, in case there is any issue. And yeah, I mean, but with that being said, I mean, we do offer a lot of different options too. I mean, all the way from, we have our platinum package, which is the Mac Daddy, and then our gold package, which is our most popular one that we have in our home. And But we also offer other options too. If you're looking for something more basic, more budget friendly, maybe you're selling the house or something like that. I mean, we have something to kind of fit into every situation.
Yeah, having that kind of flexibility is critically important, right, Tom?
Oh, absolutely. And I think, as we sit here and talk, we're looking at we're the brand and the partnership for all levels. Now, whether you're new into your first home, okay, and the system's not working quite right, and you're on a very tight budget, as most of us were in the very new days of being a homeowner, we've got that system for you. You get to a point where you start having kids and you've got to get to a bigger house and, more square footage and another bedroom or two, we have that system as well. And then we get to your system, DMAC, and, you and your family, you went from a 4,000 square foot house and you downsized. You didn't, you had gotten you'd bought a system from Reed, 10 years ago or so for the 4,000 square foot house. And it was an American standard. Well, now that you're downsizing, we have the system for you there as well. So we cover the full gamut all the way through.
I absolutely love it. And you guys are the absolute best. So again, it's the Premier Heating and Air Show powered by American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. And can't emphasize this enough. The next 10 callers get a free furnace tune-up. 720-547-8009. That's 720-547-8009. Let me catch up with my boys here. Who's a skier or snowboarder here? What are we doing in the mountains? Tom, or we got you on are you sliding down a hill somehow, or you just...
I'm on the motorized version of DMAC.
Oh, the snowmobile.
Oh, 800 cc's, 163-inch track, brother.
Ooh, where do you love to ride? Where do you love to go?
You know what? We ride up around Rabbit Ears.
Yes.
We go over to the Flat Tops, over by Newcastle. We ride up the Snowy Range up in Wyoming.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Burn some fuel, man.
You know what's crazy is I love being in the mountains, love being in that area. I'm a big time skier and hiker. I have not done the snowmobile stuff. I am dying to do that. It looks unbelievable.
Let's all go. I haven't done it either.
You haven't done it either?
No.
Tom, come on, Nick. And we go up Rabbit Ears Pass. We get around Steamboat a little bit. Get up in that area.
One of the best things to do is go to Grand Lake.
Okay.
Yes. They've got cabins up there.
Yes.
You can rent right there in town, and you can ride the snowmobile inside the town from your from your little cottage or hotel to the restaurant, and then you go and jump on them in the morning and just ride the trails. It's great out there.
I love Grand Lake. I've stayed in a cabin a couple times up there. It's on the other side of Rocky Mountain National Park. It is it is absolutely spectacular. Absolutely love that area. Reed, are you a skier or a snowboarder?
I've done a little bit of snowboarding. I'm more of a warm weather.
You suck at all of it. You just walk around and go shopping.
Yeah, I could get down on a snowmobile, like motorized vehicle. I can do that.
Well, the reason I bring it up is one of the best things. Listen, man, what I love about Colorado are the Four Seasons. Are you kidding me? I love all of it. And arguably, I'm a winter guy more than a summer guy. I mean, look at my translucent skin, and you sort of understand that. But, I love being on my bike and being outside and doing all sorts of stuff. So we have this incredible state. And moving forward here on this program, and I'm looking out the window right now, and of course, it's gorgeous, and this is such a pretty time of the year. But it will start getting colder, and we will start having those winter temperatures, and nobody is better suited for you than Premier Heating and Air. So again, one last time, 720-547-8009. 10 callers get a free furnace tune-up. It's the Premier Heating and Air Show powered by American Standard Heating and Air. All right, boys, best of luck to your college teams. Good luck in high school football there, Tom. Wyoming and, and Reed, we'll get you. We'll come on now and see you. Whatever.
Go Rams. All right. Broncos.
Go
too.
Rams. Yeah, Broncos.
Yeah.
Let's go, Broncos. All right, guys. We'll talk to you
All
next
right.
week on the Premier Heating and Air Show, powered by American Standard Heating and Air on Altitude Sports Radio 92.5.